Hi there, Lorrie here on Vancouver Island, and I am back in my favorite spot in the whole world, which is my backyard garden. And there's a lot of exciting things going on this week. It's starting to grow, and I'm starting to pick things, and flowers are blooming. Yay! I'm super excited. Anyway, I can't wait to share all of that with you, and let's just dive right in. I'm really happy to see you. Thank you so much for coming, and let's take a look at my garden. I can't wait to show you everything. So let's start back here. My nasturtiums, you can see how huge they are. They're just doing fabulous. This one here is getting a few little bites in it here and there. So I don't know, like, nothing is getting destroyed really in my garden. I mean, I am treating with diatomaceous earth, and I'm using neem oil. And so far I'm pretty happy. Look at my lettuce! I think I might even harvest some of this today and have it for some lunch. And then something I just learned about lavender is that I should be trimming this way back right now, because that's, see all that dead stuff I have in the middle? That's because I haven't been trimming it back far enough when I'm trimming it. So yeah, I need to slowly start taking that back further. And so that's coming up. I gave my grass a haircut. It's kind of lopsided, but I wasn't too concerned about it. I'm sure it'll just grow. I pulled the peas out, finally, and then look at these beautiful, beautiful beans. And they're flowering all over the place, but they're not producing any beans that I can see. Like these are just the flower stems, right? So then is this little thing going to become a bean? Like, I don't know. Of course I've never grown these before either, right? So I have no idea, but apparently they produce great big edible beans that are similar to a lima bean, which I'm not a big fan of. I do like the pretty flowers though, so we're just going to leave it, and it's climbing up. It's filling in that whole corner beautifully. So I think all of my beans in the back there came up, and again I've got one leaf here that's got some funny spots. And these are the scarlet runner beans again, and the purple something. And I need to come out here and run some string up this trellis so that they'll climb it a little easier. And then my poor little blueberry bush that was getting eaten by those potato plants is covered in berries really nicely, so that's really beautiful. And I actually picked a bunch off yesterday that were ripe and ate them. I offered them to other people, but they refused, so. And then over here, so I'm not sure what's going on down here. I was showing green here. I had a ground cherry. But that baby is gone. I don't know what happened to it. So I don't know what I'll end up putting in this bed. I may just leave it for fall and use it for beets and radishes. And then I've got a few of my beans that came up in the back on this side. So yeah. So look at that. That one of those stinking earwigs. So it's been about 2 weeks since I sprinkled with diatomaceous earth on this planter, so it's about time, I guess, for me to resprinkle. So that's what I'll be doing tonight after I water. My strawberries are looking lovely and strong, and they are starting to put out a second wave of fruit. I didn't know if they'd do that when I let them shoot out a bunch of sprouts, because I did let them shoot off a few new plants. That one hasn't set root yet. That one looks like it's dying, even though it did set root. I've got one over here that has set root, and one here, and I think this is a brand new one here. Anyway, yeah, so it looks like we're going to be getting some more beautiful strawberries. I've got one leaf over here that I'm going to have to come and clip off because it's looking not so great. And then my basil, I guess I will need to come out here and harvest some of this one of these days. That would be good, right? Look at this. I don't know what this is from. Do you see that? Little dots on my strawberry leaf. I don't know, but I'll come and take that one off too. It doesn't look good, and it never hurts to take a few of these top leaves off, especially when they start looking rough, and let some of the sunshine get down into the plant. So, at least that's what I'm told. Or what I've read or heard on YouTube. And look at my celery. So this is the one I trimmed the other day, and I dried a bunch of that, and it is just growing up again like crazy. I'm going to come in and harvest these. I might even do it tomorrow because I want to make some potato salad. And yeah, I'll throw some of that into my potato salad, which would be pretty much all homemade because my potatoes are mine. Onions would be mine. Celery would be mine. What else goes in there? Eggs wouldn't be, of course. And even the relish that I put in there could be. So look at this. There are cucumbers all over this thing. There are these two plants. None that are big enough to eat yet. And it looks like I need to come and spray with some neem oil again. Look at all those flowers. I don't know how many of those are going to turn into actual cucumbers, but we're getting lots of flower action anyway. Oh, and there's several cucumbers on here already, so that's exciting. And then let's see, my poor little gherkin down here. He's struggling along. He's trying to get up there to the sun, but between these two here, English cucumbers, he's not getting much room, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. These beans are just starting to put out flowers, which are absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see these mixed with the scarlet ones. That's going to look fabulous. And I'm interested to see if these actually produce some edible beans. We shall see. So this is the Hungarian paprika, and it is covered in peppers. Apparently I'm supposed to wait until they turn red before I harvest them, but they're looking beautiful. And then right next to that, and I won't want to save any of these seeds because I've got hot peppers besides sweet peppers, or these are hot over here, these are sweet, and these are, I guess, kind of a medium, the Hungarian, the paprika ones. So here's my sweet peppers. And these are called, what are they? Odessa market peppers, and I threw one of those in my relish the other day, and I had a taste. It was delicious. Yeah, so these apparently get red as well. So I haven't let one ripen yet because that was the first one off of there. And I had to try it. And then this is a Bulgarian carrot, and apparently it's going to turn orange anyway. I don't see any signs of... Sorry, my camera's all over the place. I'm just holding it in my hand. But again, this is just covered in peppers. And then my tomatoes, I'm not seeing much sign of a blush yet. That was wet. That was weird. Anyway, look at all those little peppers down there. Fabulous. And these are that tomato that I planted from my kitchen table. Which I know is kind of weird, but I didn't know that I'd get any seeds in time or be able to get any plants. So yeah, I planted 2 of them. Well, actually I planted about 7 of them. These were the strongest 2 that came out, and they are, well, they're over my head. So, I mean, the bed doesn't start to my knees, but so they're probably about as tall as me. 5 feet or so far. I don't know how much bigger I'll let them get. And then this is my heirloom. And again, no sign. I mean, it's covered in tomatoes. Look at all those tomatoes. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. Oh, what is that? I don't know, but it probably needs to die, whatever it is. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that, am I? I'll have to cut that out. Anyway, this is my Elsa Craig, and she is just covered in tomatoes. And again, I need to come out and spray for aphids again. I'm starting to see a little bit out here. Again, it's been about a week, a little over a week. So, yeah, that's that. Basil is coming along fine. This little guy is still struggling. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's not doing so well. But we'll see. It's watering day today too. That might be why he's looking a little bit weak. I'm going to turn the water on these and let him have a good soak. And I have another zinnia. Still a little underwhelmed by them. They're pretty, but not as full as I thought they were going to be. Anyway, I mean, they're still pretty. And do they smell? I don't know. Let's see. Not really. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll plant them next year because I have them. But I don't know that I'll go out of my way to get more. I have some kind of a little green flitty bug on there. So again, that tells me I need to get out here with some neem oil. My little watermelon down there, struggling. Well, it's not struggling. It looks healthy, but it's not doing a whole lot. And then this is my beefsteak tomato, and I'm actually going to dig it up, and I'm going to move it over to that corner there. I'm going to give it another week or so. I want it to grow another set of flowers because I want to bury it deep, right? Yeah, and then I have a marigold over there that is starting to flower, and some holy basil over there that is also starting to flower. So I'm just letting it because I don't really know what to do with it yet. So I'm growing it because it helps as being a pesticide, apparently. Growing basil in with everything kind of is supposed to help deter pests, which it seems to help. I don't seem to have a big problem with pests. I mean, I do have those dang earwigs, and you can see I do have a few leaves here and there that have some damage. Right? Like a little hole here and a little hole there. Overall, they look really good, but, you know, so I don't know. Do I worry? Do I not worry? I think I don't worry. So here's the garlic, and as I told you the last time when I pulled some out, I'm leaving it for now. The stalks seem nice and big, but those heads were not worth nothing. So I'm going to leave it in hopes that they will develop some more. And I'm feeding it regularly. I don't remember what. I'd have to go and look because I look it up every time. What's the best thing to feed my garlic? My parsley is still going to flower. I'm hoping to be able to collect some seeds from this. I don't know how, so I might have to do some research on collecting seeds from parsley. But my parsley seeds seem to be no good anymore. My last little potato in the bag here is looking pretty rough. It's dying off pretty good. So I'm going to let it completely die off before I actually dig for the potatoes, because I know for a fact that I dug for those other ones too early. And I didn't give it time for all of the potatoes to develop. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. I still have potatoes fresh from the garden inside, so. Here is one of the beautiful, beautiful beds that Dave made this year. A couple of cushions on it. Please enjoy our garden. So in here, my, what is that? Calendula? People call it different things. Anyway, calendula is growing. It's covered in, I don't know if I can get close enough for you to actually see this. Come on, focus. Anyway, it's covered in these teeny, teeny, tiny crawling bugs. I have no idea what they are. So if you know what they are, please tell me. But all of the flowers are all over these flowers. Sorry. Anyway, my rhubarb is coming along. You're not supposed to do anything with it the first year, so I'm just letting it grow. My echinacea is finally starting to do something here. I might have to move. I've got a couple here that are kind of close to each other. This is a weed. I don't need that. Anyway, I've got a couple there that are kind of close to each other, so I'm probably going to pull one of those out and put it over here where I didn't have one come up. And then these are my indigo rose tomatoes that came up. And they are another semi-determinate cherry variety, so I'm not going to trim them to a single stem. Yeah. And there, of course, is my giant new bed. So it's actually two beds joined together. One of them is 8 feet, the other one is 6 feet. So it is 14 feet long and not quite 3 feet wide. And it has got a lot of stuff growing in it. So let's see, I've got some oregano that's doing wonderfully in this pot. That needs some water. Everything needs water today. This is some Thai basil. It's looking lovely. I need to harvest it and I guess dry it. It's starting to flower. I don't want that to happen. Right? Let's pinch all of those off. In fact, while we're here, I'll cut this out. But anyway, there is my zinnia. My first one that bloomed. And it's got more layers than the other one seems to. Anyway, let's keep going here. There's a couple more here. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. And I just pull them and drop them. I'm not gonna, we don't eat a ton of basil. I grow way too much for myself. Anyway, look at my ground cherries. So they are all over here. Starting to fill out. Like, this is where I've never grown tomatillos. I've never grown ground cherries. I've never tasted ground cherries. I have no idea what I'm in for here, but this plant is huge. I've got 3 plants in here, which is good because apparently that other one is not going to produce for me. So, I don't know. Are they supposed to be hollow? They feel kind of hollow. Marigold down there, doing her job. Looking beautiful. Flowering all over. Oh, there's a bumblebee. Oh. Alrighty. Don't always expect that. My sunflower is looking tall. It's almost as tall as I am. Still got ants. I've been using borax and sugar in a mixture to get rid of them. And for a couple of days I didn't have any, but it's time to reset my traps. I need to get more stuff in them. And then here are my, you can see my poor holy basil down here struggling along. But look at all these beans. I actually need to, ooh, bug crawling on me. I hate bugs. I need to come out here and harvest these beans. That's like going to be my next thing to do. And we'll be having something with beans for dinner tonight. Look at them all. They're just everywhere. So, yeah. And then let's see. Over here in this bed, these 2 peppers that I transplanted are looking much healthier and much happier. I've got a couple of little tiny sunflowers over there. These are the peppers I planted from seed. There's a bell pepper and a hot pepper. I don't know what kind of hot pepper. Some random hot pepper. Onions are looking good. I'm going to come out here and trim these ones. I think they're getting tall enough. Oh, and look at, what is that? Ooh, I don't know what that is, but I don't want it on my plant. Anyway, I'm going to come out here and trim these greens because apparently that'll force more growth down into the root, which is what we ultimately want. And then over here, these are some patio snackers that did come up. Yay! So these are going to be trained to the outside of this great big pot. And then some marigolds just getting started there. And of course, Hazel and Murphy. So I've been a little hesitant to come over and look at this poor little guy because despite all of my efforts, I'm still coming every day and finding more tomatoes with blossom end rot. So I think I just have to admit defeat for this year, get this pulled out of here. I'll pull and save the green ones that look like they're worth saving, but everything else needs to go in the fire pit, and then maybe I can plant something in this basket that'll grow better than these Roma tomatoes have for me. So, I'm so disappointed in that, and I think it's the container. Well, Romas are apparently susceptible to blossom end rot, so with me not having a clue what I'm doing, they probably weren't one of the best tomatoes for me to start with. So I think I may try them again in a few years after I know kind of what I'm doing, know a little bit more about tomatoes. And then, yeah. And then this here, I don't know what the heck is eating it. Something is, though. I don't know. I wish I could find something on it so I would know. Maybe I need to come out here at night. This one's about had it, and all of them have some damage. Anyway, this is some lettuce. This is, what is this? This is some more oregano. Did I get any parsley that came up? I don't think. Oh, that might be a parsley. That wouldn't be bad out of you know, like what, 10 seeds I planted. This, I don't know if this is sage or not. I have to rub it. Oh, it sure is. Yay! Good, because I killed my other sage plant. And then I've got some more sage right down here, too. Lovely! At least I've got a few things growing in here. So, yeah, something, at least one thing came out in every layer. But I don't know what's going on with those zinnias. I'm probably going to have to move them. Anyway, time to rip a tomato apart. So sad.
Watch out! Watch out! Please! Watch out!
Say hi, Dave.
Oh, shit.
Yes, I videoed that.
Oh, great.